My YouTube is kind of loading like there, so I'm gonna do the other little part right now. But you got Mads Mikkelsen. He's known for being Hannibal Lecter in this series called Hannibal, which is like a prequel to Silence of the Lambs, kind of leading up to that, kind of taking over the series called this movie called Red Dragon, also known as Manhunter. In like the 1980s and the 2000s was the Red Dragon with my boy Sir Anthony Hopkins in it. He's also Mads Mikkelsen is also known for planting the little thing in the Death Star that would later blow it up, also known as plans to uh, steal the Death Star plans. And he's the one that basically made the plans. And I cannot wait. I wonder if he and some other guy on this list, Ben Mendelsohn, he's like one of these guys up here, could be returning as Orson Krennic in Star Wars. Give me a second, I'll just check. And also, he's known for being in this movie called The Hunt, which I have reviewed a bunch of times on my YouTube channel, apparently, I feel like. Where he's like this teacher or something, he gets blamed for something that he didn't do, and the whole entire town thinks that he's guilty. But yeah. Then you got Lou Diamond Phillips. He's known for one of my favorite TV series called Longmire, where he's like a trusty friend of this like western-y type sheriff guy named Robert Taylor, who plays this guy named Walt Longmire. He's also known for playing Richie Valens in this famous biopic called La Bamba, probably way before a bunch of these biopics were famous, because like it was 1987 or something. And he, along with like Emilio Estevez and a few other people, go up with one of my other crushes, who's like Soon or whatever. Oops, sorry. In Young Guns 1 and Young Guns 2, which is like the story of Billy the Kid, basically. Then you got the guy that narrates everything, including teaching us what midichlorians are in Star Wars. He narrates everything, basically. Probably does a few commercials here and there. He was like the bad cop in Lego, in like the Lego movie. And he's the Greek god Zeus in the remake version of Clash of the Titans. The original actor is like right before him, according to this. Like, look at him. That guy, Laurence Olivier. I cannot wait to see if he's going to be in the Kenobi thingy. Maybe he will be, like, just teaching us how to become a Force ghost. Hey, on Tatooine, you must, as Yoda once said. Then you got, I'm going to suck at pronouncing his name, like his last name, Sir Laurence Oliver. He's known for doing a bunch of British typed thingies. Like, he did a bunch of Shakespearean stuff. Wasn't he like in Julius Caesar one time, the original Wuthering Heights, McCurran candidate, I believe, and he's in this movie called The Boys in Brazil with like two of my other guys that are, I think, close to here, James Mason and somebody else, Gregory Peck. And it's like the cloning of Hitler, like little baby ones, and that's Gregory Peck's role. Like he's like the doctor that does that, and James Mason, in a way, like helps Lawrence here. Yeah, with like who done it and everything, and James is actually kind of like a bad guy as well. Then you got this guy named Lance Henriksen. He's known for chanting out this scary thingy called Pumpkinhead, where he like takes revenge. He's known for being in Aliens as the character Bishop, and he's known for teaching Damien Thorne, my favorite horror movie character ever, of who he is, also known as like the son of the devil, in The Omen 2. My voice hurts, so like that's why I'm gonna try to go fast. You got this guy named Kiefer Sutherland next. He's known for screaming, "Damn it, Chloe!" at this TV series called 24, where there's like a ticking clock, and each episode's like an hour long. It's like 24 episodes. He's in the movie Stand By Me as like the bully who's sort of like your Henry Bowers for a non-scary Stephen King story. He's known for The Lost Boys, which probably introduced you to like vampires, like the teen vampire type thingies. And also, he's in this film called Young Guns, the film that I mentioned with Lou Diamond Phillips. for my last video, and also, why not? He's gonna be in this TV series probably soon for this thing called Quibbly or whatever, called The Fugitive, which is a version of my favorite Harrison Ford performance. Then you got Kevin Costner. There's a bunch of films I love of his, but like a few of mine happen to be like Wyatt Earp. I don't know why, but I prefer like his version of Wyatt Earp, him and Dennis Quaid's version of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday and stuff like that, over a bunch of the others. Even though I still count One of the Guys Coming Up Soon as my favorite. No offense, guys. And there's like obviously The Bodyguard. Him and Whitney Houston had like the greatest history ever. I'm shocked that there wasn't a sequel, but like she probably didn't want to. Kevin doesn't do sequels. Like I think that there was supposed to be a sequel of Dances with Wolves, but that obviously never happened. And also Dances with Wolves, you have to give credit for it, even though there's a bunch of thingies, including The Untouchables with Sean Connery and Robin Hood with him. Then you got James Mason. He's known for a bunch of things. He was Captain Nemo in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. He was the original Norman Maine in the second version of A Star is Born. There's like 4 just with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And he's known for scaring the pants off me in this Stephen King movie called Salem's Lot. He's known for this movie as well called North by Northwest. The Run, Don't Walk one from Cary Grant. And he's kind of like the middleman in The Boys from Brazil. I don't know why, but like his pictures are just creeping me out, the black and white ones, for some odd reason. Then you got this guy named James Cromwell. He's known as the farmer from the movie Babe. I think he was like one of the wardens or something in The Green Mile. He's known for helping John Hammond, I almost said John Williams, invent the park in Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom. He's known for sending up Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland, Tommy Lee Jones, and this guy named James Garner for this film called Space Cowboys, which is a prequel in a way to Ad Astra. This Donald Sutherland, Tommy Lee Jones type movie that recently came out like a couple of months ago or something, with Brad Pitt in it. And he's actually in the remake version of Salem's Lot, this 2004 type remake of that James Mason one that scared me. It's like Cromwell is a priest. Donald Sutherland, who's like up here somewhere, that one is actually like James Mason's remake. I've never seen the remake, but I'm terrified to just because of the original. Then you got Harvey Keitel. He's known for being an Irishman. He's known for being, I think he was like one of the mob bosses in Sister Act, the one that went after Whoopi Goldberg and chased her down so badly that she became was dressed as a nun. He's also known for chasing down or attempting to chase down Thelma and Louise, also known as Susan Sarandon, and Gina Davis. And he's known for this film called The Piano, which was a really great movie for its time with Sam Neill from Jurassic Park in it and stuff like that. Then you got Harrison Ford. Oh, look, all my favorite things are here. I love him as Indiana Jones. I cannot wait / I'm curious as what they'll do with Indy 5. Because he'll be like 78 then. I don't think I've seen Blade Runner. Sorry. You got him for my introduction when I first saw Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. You got The Fugitive and Air Force One as well. I just love this. See, he was in Sabrina, but I don't know if he was William Holden, the latest guy on my last video. Yeah, because I accidentally quit on Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, I should have hit pause. Okay, this is about to get funnier, you guys. Okay. You got Gregory Peck, who's known for one of my favorite horror films of all time, called The Omen. I'm not going to go over a bunch of it, just because. Give me a second. I thought it said screen mirroring, but I don't want to really do it downstairs. Ooh, airplane mode. And he's known for this film called Cape Fear, which was also a remake that had directed by Martin Scorsese, Nick Nolte from The Mandalorian, and Robert De Niro are in it. And Robert De Niro is actually Gregory Peck, and Gregory, this guy named Robert Mitchum, who was in the original as this killer named Max Cady, who I guess does not get pushed enough for a conviction. He does not get free, and then he escapes. was originally played by Gregory Peck, but like Robert Mitchum, I think, is on the good side. Like Nick Nolte's side, who is Gregory's character named Sam, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know who he was in the original, but this guy named Martin Balsam is like the judge in the remake, and he was also in Psycho, I believe. Whew! We are down to the 19th, you guys. And obviously Gregory was the bad guy in The Boys from Brazil. Then you got him teaching us that we can be heroes without a cape, get it? Or without a lightsaber in Moulin Rouge. It's like one of my favorite musicals ever. I'm excited to see Baz Luhrmann's Elvis biopic when that comes out. I loved Doctor Sleep. Don't get me wrong, it's basically a rehash or whatever of The Shining. Because there's loads of nods to it. There's a few little scenes in it that were part of the movie. But it worked. But my favorite one is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm actually going to make like a self-made calendar, like a custom calendar of like Star Wars. And I hope I get it. I hope I get like him for like the May thing. I have a walking Phoenix calendar right now, and he is kind of looking at me for some odd reason. I had to say he's kind of looking at me. But yeah, it's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe him with, like, sort of like this one right here. Oh, this one I'll probably like that one right there or something. Maybe. And I cannot wait to see if he comes back for like, I cannot wait for the trailer. I cannot wait to see if Ewan comes back, if Hayden Christensen comes back. Yeah. Then you got, I think he's a Latino or Mexican guy named Isai Morales. He's known for being Richie Valens' half brother in the film La Bamba. He's known for this prison movie with a young Sean Penn called Bad Boys. It's not that, what you gonna do when they come for you. He's known for this film about the Mexican cartel or whatever called Mia Familia with Jimmy Smith, who is Bail Organa, and Edward James Moses from the film Deadwood. And he actually is in this thing called From Dusk Till Dawn. It's a TV series based off that Quentin Tarantino movie that Harvey was a part of. But, yeah. Then you got this guy named Ed Harris. He's known for this like TV series, which is incredible, I believe, called Westworld. He's known for sending up Tom Hanks, the late great Bill Paxton, Kevin Bacon, a bunch of people in Apollo 13. And why not just throw this one in? He's known for being a Top Gun 2 Maverick. He looks like he could be like a flight recruiter for it, for some odd reason, like a flight administrator, flight recruiter. Then you got the Dawn of Dawns. Donald Sutherland. Why not? He's Kiefer's father. He's known for being President Snow in the Hunger Games movies. He is known for this film called MASH. I used to grow up with the TV series in like 1970s that had like two people from the original movie. I don't know if it was before or after this, that had a young Robert Duvall, probably around the time of the Godfather movies. And we have this horror movie called Don't Look Now, which is like this mystery one where he and his wife, they go to Venice, Italy, because like he is like an art constructor or art restorer, and they're fixing up an old church, and they think that they see their deceased daughter. Well, he thinks that, and yeah. And he's the remake version of James Mason's scary character from Salem's Lot that has Blake Whitaker Hager in a kind of scary role as well. But I've never seen that version, or else I probably would have loved it, but I don't want to. I'm scared. You got the greatest Western director of all time. Well, one of them. Clint Eastwood. He's known for being like, go ahead, make my day. Do you feel lucky, punk? And nobody puts ketchup on hot dogs and a bunch of stuff as Dirty Harry, a cop that breaks all the rules, hence his name. He's known for having 1 million kids. Half of them actually kind of look like him, like his son Scott Eastwood. Kyle kind of does too. Maybe we'll see a little Dirty Harry movie. He's known for making a bunch of threats to, like, Does Anyone Got a Cigarette? And being a bunch of racism and stuff like that in this film called Gran Torino. He's also known for doing real-life type movies, such as, like, Jersey Boys and one of the greatest westerns ever, called Unforgiven, one of the greatest westerns ever. Then you got this guy named Christian Slater. He's like one of Billy the Kid, also known as Emilio Estevez's friends in Young Guns 2. He's known for this film called Heather, and he's known for Interview with a Vampire, where he sits down in a car or whatever with Brad Pitt and interviews him. Fun fact, so Joaquin Phoenix, who I think is one of my next guys, his late great brother River was originally supposed to be Christian's character in Interview with a Vampire. River died in 1983 on Halloween, and they even paid tribute to him. God. Then you got this guy named Charlton Heston. He's known for this film called Ten Commandments about the religious Bible, obviously. He's known for being Ben-Hur in the original Ben-Hur, and he's known for both versions of Planet of the Apes. He's in the 1960s or 50s version of Planet of the Apes, and then he was like a CGI'd monkey or something. A CGI'd ape in the remake. That Mark Wahlberg remake. Then you got this guy named Burt Lancaster. Some of these guys I actually thought of two things for, but you've got Field of Dreams. He's this guy named Moonlight Graham, who kind of in a way helps assemble the baseball team for Kevin Costner's If You Build It, He Will Come drama. And speaking of Kevin Costner, in 1957, Burt and Kirk Douglas were Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. Kirk was Holliday. Burt was Wyatt Earp. Probably the second or whatever movie adaptation one in this film called Gunfight at the OK Corral that had the guy that played Leonard Bones McCoy, DeForest Kelley in the TV series Star Trek, the original one. But yeah. Oh god. Then speaking of Star Trek, then you got this guy named Bruce Greenwood. He played Captain Christopher Pike, who probably watched over the USS Enterprise as Kirk was growing up as a little kid. He has a little cameo, or whatever you want to call it, in Dr. Sleep, paying a little bit of homage to the original boss that hired Jack Nicholson. He's also in this film called The Speed Hereafter about a bus crash that happened in Alton, Texas, where it killed sorry about that. It killed 12 students, and he's the grieving father of one of them, of two of them, and it's based off a book as well. And then there's this film as well, directed by Mike Flanagan, who did Dr. Sleep. I think it's on Netflix as well, the movie. It's called Gerald's Game. But yeah. Then you got Ben Mendelsohn. He is known for doing a bunch of villainy. Obviously, he got choked by Vader in Rogue One. He was Sheriff Nottingham in that Taron Egerton, whatever, Robin Hood. He is known for, I forget what his name is, but he is known for being in Captain Marvel as a Skrull or whatever. He's known for the series called Bloodline. It had Sissy Spacek from the original Carrie. He's known for Ready Player One, Nolan Sorrento or whatever. Maybe he and Mads will be back for Cassian. Maybe de-age them a tiny little bit? Because nobody knows the timelines. Whew, God, guys. Then you've got the guy that probably narrates a bunch of thingies. He's the father of Thor, also known as Odin in the Thor movies. Sir Anthony Hopkins. He's known for probably being the inventor of Westworld in the show Westworld. He's obviously known for training Antonio Banderas to be Zorro, and he's known for giving me chills as Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. I often mock the kidney bean, fava bean, nice try, Canty. I wonder if he or Mads will be in the Hannibal TV series. In them that Clarice Starling one. His makes sense, but who knows? I guess it depends on how old Clarice Starling will be. Who they get, how old she will be. More details too. Then you got Adam Driver, who recently just hosted Saturday Night Live last night again. He's known for this film about cleanliness and overprotecting overprotectiveness called Hungry Hearts. That's on Netflix, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And you have this show called Girls with like Lena Headey, who was in Game of Thrones afterwards or whatever, if I'm not mistaken, and won like a bunch of Golden Globes and Emmys. Then you got his turn to the dark side as Kylo Ren in Star Wars The Force Awakens, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. And who knows? Like, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but like, who knows? Maybe we could see him again. Then you got, he should have been first, but then you got Joaquin Phoenix. He's known for my favorite films of all time. He's known for this film directed by James Mangold in like 2004, 2005, called Walk the Line, the story of Johnny Cash. He's known for playing the evil Commodus in Gladiator. He's known for falling in love with like an AI robot type girl named Samantha in this film called Her. He's known for this really great, amazing film called The Master with the late great Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's known for this film called Inherent Vice with a bunch of futuristic Marvel people like Thanos and Benicio del Toro. He was once considered for Doctor Strange. A young Nicole Kidman in this movie called To Die For. Ron Howard's, like, probably one of his very first movies called Parenthood. This film called The Village. His second M. Night Shyamalan thingy, including, like, Signs. But obviously, most importantly, there's these two movies that probably do not have a picture on here. There's this one called You Were Never Really Here, where he basically stops sex trafficking little girls and goes out his way, like, has a hammer and stuff. It's based off a book. And you got his role as Arthur Fleck, also known as Joker, in Joker. He lost like 53 pounds for it. He's Oscar nominated for it. No offense, guys, but watch out. Jonathan Pryce and Antonio Banderas and whoever else is nominated, because Joaquin's probably gonna win for Joker. Then you got this guy named William Peterson. He was your first adaptation of Will Graham, the criminal profiler that teams up with Hannibal Lecter to go and figure out a mystery involving this guy named Francis Lloyd, also known as the Tooth Fairy. He's known for this film called Fear, which is like a rule book of what's not to do with your teenage daughter. Of like what's not to do with your teenage daughter's boyfriend. He's known for playing Gil Grissom on the show CSI. I miss it. I wish it would come back. Maybe it will someday. You got this guy named Dennis Quaid. Like I said beforehand, he's my favorite version of Wyatt Earp. He's known for Doc Holliday. He's known for being in this film called Footloose, which is a remake of that dance classic from like the 1980s that had like John Lithgow from Dexter in the original, and this one has like Julianne Hough from the remake from Dancing with the Stars. And yeah, I feel like there's another movie that I want to mention, but yeah. Then you got this Australian actor named Robert Taylor. He's known for the series called Longmire. There's another actor named Robert Taylor, hence why I specifically put Longmire as well. It was the one I was talking about with Lou Diamond Phillips. And then you got this film called The Meg, which is basically like Jaws, except it's deeper underwater, like in an underground thingy. And then you've got this film called Vertical Limit that has like great Bill Paxton, Ben Mendelsohn's in it, Scott Glenn's and Chris O'Donnell, who was like Robin in the Batman and Robin movies and stuff. Whew. Then you got this guy named Christopher Allport. He's known for this movie called Savage Weekend, which I personally love, which is like a stalker slasher type thing from the 1970s, maybe in 1979. You got this film called Jack Frost, where there's this evil killing mutant snowman who can turn into like ice and stuff like that, and Christopher is the one that is like the sheriff. And yeah, he's also known for being on the series Mad Men as one of the character's fathers, and then Christopher's character got killed off because Christopher died of a skiing accident in like 2008. Oh no. Then you guys got the guy that I'm going to be talking about for this day to come, especially like, if it is true, because, oh god. You got Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi. He is apparently probably going to direct Star Wars, hence why I said, him. See, like, there's probably like a tag that says Star Wars, even though he was Korg or something in Yeah, Korg or whatever. Yeah. In Thor Ragnarok. I haven't actually seen any of his thingies, I don't think. I still gotta watch episodes of Mandalorian. But like I've seen Mandalorian. He's really good in that. I'm excited for his future. I mean, come on, I haven't seen Jojo Rabbit. I heard great things about that. But I don't know if it's like my type of movie. I'm excited if he does take on Star Wars. Like, doesn't this guy look like the face that you would like to see directing a Star Wars movie? Maybe even having his own thing. Like, he directed Thor Ragnarok, and he was Korg. That big rock guy type thingy right there. So it's like, yeah. Could we see him being like a droid or something in Star Wars? I don't know of how tall he is either, because like he could be like a Wookiee. And then just like adding some comedic flavor, like doing the little like those little like growls and stuff like that. Or maybe just directing and producing and writing. He probably has some ideas already, since The Hollywood Reporter basically said like about a week ago that he is in talks. So be prepared, you guys. Especially like this Friday apparently we may get something. Like an announcement on the director. So it could be him. Or it could be Project Illumination or whatever. Or somebody else. But yeah, bye guys. May the force be with y'all. Bye bye.